Good morning, students. This is Yogesh Chand Sharma, English PGT from RPS Behror. We are going to start UT third syllabus, and today we are going to begin with the fourth poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree. The Lake Isle of Innisfree is composed by William Butler Yeats, W.B. Yeats. This poem is composed in 1881. Alright, lake means Loch Gill. Lake is here actually name of the Loch Gill. Okay, and where it is? It is in County Sligo, Ireland. Okay, Innisfree. This well-known poem explores. Explores means to inquire into. The poet's longing means the poet's wish for the peace. Means this well-known poem inquires about poet's wish for the peace, poet's wish for the tranquility of Innisfree, a place. Innisfree actually is a place in County Sligo, Ireland, where he spent a lot of time as a boy. In that place, he spent a lot of time as a boy. Okay, this poem is lyric. It means this poem is written in the lyric form. Means at the present time, the poet is living in the Dublin and London, or he missed the place of the Innisfree when he used to be a child. At that time, he used to go there. Okay. This poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, reveals the poet's nostalgia for the peace and tranquility he enjoyed on the lake isle during his childhood. Actually, the poet, fed up with the humdrum life of the city and towns. All right. So this is what right from the beginning line we can say the poet is fed up with the city life and he wanted to go in the place Innisfree where the lake Loch Gill is flowing. And directly, abruptly the poem starts with ki I will arise, I will get up and go now. Means I will leave now and go to Innisfree for Innisfree. I will leave now for Innisfree. And a small cabin built there, and I will build, okay, a small room. Cabin means a small room of clay and wattles. Wattles means twisted sticks. So by the help of the clay and by the help of the wattles, I will make cabin. I will build cabin. So wattles is written. That means twisted sticks for making fences and walls. Means by the help of the wattles and clay, he wanted to build a cabin or room. 9 bean rows means the poet imagined that I wanted to have 9 bean rows there. Will I have there a hive for the honeybee, or he wished for having honeybee, okay, or a hive of honeybee. Hive, honeybee, hai sound is repeated. That's why alliteration is there in this line. And live alone in the bee loud glad. Poet glad means open space. In the open space, the poet wanted to live with the busy honey or with the 9 bean rows. Alright. So you can see in this stanza the rhyme scheme. Innisfree give the A rhyme scheme and then made. So you may give the bee and honeybee, okay. So A, B and free or B, honeybee A and then glad B, made and glad, okay, B. So A, B, A, B. The same rhyme scheme is followed in the next stanza. Slow A, sings B, glow A, wings B. Means A, B, A, B. In the similar fashion, in the next stanza, the same rhyme scheme is followed. Day, E, A rhyme scheme. Sore, B and grey, day, grey both are same. So A and core, sore, core, both have the same sound, that's why B. So the whole poem that is composed in lyric form contain the rhyme scheme A B A B, or the another rhyme scheme may be A B A B C D C D E F E F. All right, children. So let's go. And I shall have some peace there. Again, in the next stanza, the poet wanted to go to Innsfree place where he may find the peace. And I shall have some peace there. For peace comes dropping, from where he will receive the peace, dropping slow, dropping from the veil, dropping repetition, anaphor is there. Okay, means the poet is emphasizing about the peace, how you observe early in the morning, peace from the veils of the morning, veils of the morning in this phrase, personification is used. How? कि veil जो होता है घूंघट, that is contained by the women, not by the morning, but here the reference is कि when the sun rises, it may be clouds are there in the sky, so they will dispel or disperse. In a similar fashion, if mist is there, the mist will also be dispersed. Alright? And it may be dew drops are there, so dew drops will also be disappear. Okay? So the poet is observing morning beauty. Veils of the morning, in this means personification as well as metaphor is also there, okay, because simile is implied. So it is a metaphor for the clouds in the morning, sky, or maybe the fog of the early morning, or mist, or maybe even the dew, okay, drops on the morning grass. They could all appear like veils that are lifted once the sun rises, okay. So when the sun rises, they disappear, isn't it? So actually in this poem we will see a life of material comforts offered by the cities is made by noise, pollution, crowds, isn't it? While the life offered by the nature is in harmony with the soul, or nature has magical qualities and offers an ideal way of living life, isn't it? That's why the poet does not like the life of the city and the life of the town. Okay, means he is not happy in living in Dublin and London. All right, he wanted to go in free place where he used to enjoy morning and hearing the cricket. Okay, cricket is a kind of insect like the grasshopper. So he enjoyed morning by hearing the grasshopper singing sound, and the midnights all a glimmer. Glimmer here means the sun, the moon and stars. So he enjoyed midnight by the brightness of the moons and stars. And noon a purple glow, or he was enjoying the beauty of the noon, okay, with the rays of the purple glow color. Glow means shining, purple color. And evenings full of the linnet's wings, or he enjoyed the evening time by watching or having the view of linnet wings. Linnet actually are the birds, okay, a small brown and grey bird with a short beak. Means these birds are flying in the sky. So during the evening time, he enjoyed it a lot. Okay. So in such a manner, we can say in the second stanza also, the poet is enjoying the beauty of the nature. Now come to the last, stanza. I will arise and go now. Again, anaphor. Anaphor is used for the emphasizing. In the beginning line, this line is used, I will arise and go now. In the similar way, the poet says, I will arise means I will get up, and go now means I will leave for Innsfree. Where he wanted to go? He wanted to go for Innsfree. Always night and day. I will arise and go now for always night and day means For 24 hours I wanted to live over there. I hear the lake water lapping. Lapping means striking with low sound by the shore. Means when lake strikes by the shore, it produces low sound. The poet wanted to hear that low sound of the lake throughout night and day. Means for 24 hours. All around the hours. While I stand on the roadway, means the poet was standing on the roadway or on the pavement, grey, or he was standing on the pavement, pedestrian. I hear it in the deep heart's core. So actually, the poet can realize the low sound of the lake from the far away, from the mm, roadway or from the pavements grey and from the along of the lake. Okay, means the poet may be standing far away from the lake, but he can realize it by the heart. Okay, means the sound of the lake resembles into poet's heart. Got the point? In this way, we can say in the last stanza, the poet, repeats his initial desire to go to the Isle of Innisfree because such is his, nostalgia that he can hear the music produced by the water of Innisfree, Lake of Innisfree, all day and night. When the poet stands on the cemented roads and cold hard and pavements in the midst of the traffic, so he hears the sound of the waves lapping. Lapping means lapping in the sense here strikes. Okay, he can hear it and he can realize in the depth of his heart the sound of the lake. Okay. So at last we can say that the poet is not happy with the life of the city, okay, or a life of material comforts offered by the cities is made by noise, pollution, crowds, hustle and bustle, while the life offered by nature is in harmony with the soul, or nature has magical qualities and offers an ideal way of the living life, isn't it? That's why the poet is missing his boyhood days. Okay. So dear students, go through it once again. If you find any problem in this poem, you may feel free to ask me or you may discuss me in the Zoom class. Alright children. So now you are going to get the question answers as well as word meanings. All the students are instructed to note down all the word meanings as well as question answers. Alright. After that, in the next video, I will send you regarding the fourth chapter. Okay. Fourth chapter we will do a truly beautiful mind. Okay. After sending a video of this chapter, we will discuss your problems in Zoom class. Alright. So thank you very much. Have a good day.